was expecting for a stock 52 volt system. What's up guys, welcome back to Pat Outdoors. Today we're going to be checking out the new electric pit bike that just got on the market. This is the Villain by Heybike. Let's quickly unbox this thing and take a closer look. And here's exactly how the Heybike Villain comes right out of the box. Partially disassembled, front wheel off, handlebar and rear shock dismounted, but it should be super simple to put together. And here's everything else that came in the package. Front wheel, front fender, rear fender, front number plate, toolkit, foot pegs, handlebar mounts, zip ties, keys, vinyl decals, numbers, and the charger. This is a 52 volt 5 amp charger, so it has a max output of 58.8 volts. Initial impressions, I'm super impressed with the packaging. Look at how organized this is, and nothing came damaged. Not a single scratch or dent on this whole bike. And somehow they managed to cram it in such a tiny box. But really what impresses me is the attention to detail, like the fit and finish of the frame. There's no touch up or underspray anywhere in the frame finish. Just the overall feel of the plastics. No huge gaps on anything. Down to the stock throttle, feels nice and snappy. They even put the instructions on how to use this bike right over here, just to keep it simple for the end user, no complicated manuals. Oh, check this out, it's got reverse. We'll go over all the features of this bike once we finish putting it together. But what I really like is it seems like Heybike really listened to the market and paid attention to what people are putting on their bikes. Like the stock number plate looks just like the ODI plates that people upgrade to. And they went with black wheels. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad this is not yellow or orange. And it's not just the fact that they're black, but even the spokes are black. Like these are the stock wheels from my Yasma, and I've had a fair share of bikes, and it seems like half the market uses this black wheel with the silver spokes. But it really seems that Heybike thought it through when they were designing the Villain. And I'm glad that they went with a 52 volt battery rather than a 48. And at 26 amp hours, it just gives it a little bit more range, power, and overall capacity compared to all the other bikes in the same price range. This is actually my favorite style front number plate. I think they're super easy to install and it really cleans up the front end. I was putting the rear fender on, but I got distracted by something else. I took the seat off and then saw this far driver controller in here. And I was checking out the details on the label. It looks like this controller has an 80 amp power output. And I was looking through the plugs in there and I found the Bluetooth connector. So we haven't even finished assembling this bike, but I already know that I'm gonna be messing with the tune. It's really good to know that this bike comes with a programmable controller like that, and something that I'm familiar with, because that means it definitely has potential for upgrades. But we're not gonna mess with any modifications just yet. I want to see how this bike rides and feels in stock form, at least for this initial review video, and then we'll start messing with it. I'm also curious to see what Heybike offers for upgrades for these. I saw that they have either plastic sets or vinyl graphics available, but I'm actually just going to rock the yellow for the meantime. It kind of grew on me. I also want to get a closer look at that stock battery on the next video. I want to get a better idea of the stock BMS output to see how much power we can squeeze out of the stock battery. So the front axle has these two wheel spacers. The slightly longer one goes on the side where the brake caliper is, and then the shorter one goes on the opposite. And that's it, super easy to put together. I'm gonna let this charge for a few hours and then we'll come back and go over all the specs and features of the new Heybike Villain. This bike is running a mid-drive motor, making over 4,000 watts of power. It claims to have a top speed of 45 miles per hour and up to 50 miles of range per charge. It's got full suspension, nitrogen-filled rear shock, hydraulic fork up front, 14-inch front and 12-inch rear wheels with knobby tires and 190mm brake rotors, paired with hydraulic calipers using DOT fluid. The seat can easily be removed to access the programmable 80-amp far driver controller, turns on with a keyed ignition which powers up this colorful LCD display, has a full twist throttle which deactivates when the magnetic safety switch is pulled. It's got a super bright LED headlight and it's even got reverse. All right, first time out on the Heybike Villain. I'm out here in Maryland with my buddy Elmer, who happens to have the same exact bike. I'm gonna start things off with a speed test on mode 1. Seems to be capping off at around 18 miles per hour on the display, showing 17 on the GPS speedometer. Let's bump it up to mode 2. All right, got a little faster here. Top speed on mode 2 seems to be 37 miles per hour on the display, showing 34 on the GPS speedometer. I feel like my tire pressures are a little on the higher side.
Oh shit, I forgot to do that on mine.
Yeah.
So I'm running on whatever they gave me, I guess. You want to go back real quick?
Yeah. Just feels a little bit too stiff for me. All right, let's test out the top speed on mode 3. Seems to be holding around 43, 44 miles per hour. It was a little bit downhill in that section though. I also noticed that the display was showing 49 miles per hour. That can easily be fixed by going into the far driver settings and recalibrating the speedometer. Ooh, yeah, this definitely came overfilled. Yeah, dude, it's 40 PSI. Okay, definitely gonna have to let some air out. 23 PSI, I'm all right with that. Obviously, if we're doing some dirt riding today, I'd probably turn it down a little bit lower. Okay, let's see where the back's at. Jesus Christ, the back tire's at 45 PSI. I knew something felt just a little bit off. Back's at 22 PSI. I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. Okay, and you didn't touch it right out of the box?
Nope, I just plugged this up.
Okay, so it's not just my bike. Both of our Heybike Villains came with tires a little bit too overinflated. Dude, it feels so much better.
Does it?
You can't tell the difference?
It's more cushier for sure.
Let's try out this reverse feature. Ooh, that's pretty convenient that you don't have to hold it. I wonder if you can change the power level for going reverse. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Feels pretty good so far. Nice and comfortable ride. Suspension doesn't buckle too easily, so definitely seems like it could handle my weight. Just for perspective, I'm 5'8" at 180 pounds, and I believe Elmer is 220 pounds, 5'11", and he doesn't look that goofy on this. He looks super huge when he's riding his Razor RSF 650, so the Heybike Villain is noticeably larger than those smaller bikes. One thing I wish the Heybike had in a foggy day like this is a taillight. I think it would be a lot safer to have more visibility Especially right now, if Elmer slammed on his brakes, I would have no way of knowing. Another thing that the Heybike is missing is a horn function. I see the headlight has a built-in horn on the backside, but there's no button for it. You know, the Heybike is definitely noticeably faster than the Yasma IN10 or the Tuttio Soleil. But we were just going uphill there and we're holding steady at 46, 47 miles per hour on the display. So I know that we're cruising 42 miles per hour. Oh, dude. The street would be perfect to do my Yasma top speed run.
Right? And there's no cars coming here.
What were you seeing on your Speedo when we were just cruising over there? Don't be worried about the cops.
Oh, I was like, wait, where is that coming from? On mine, I think I saw like 43 maxed out. I'm also heavier than you, so.
Yeah, it says we've done 6 miles so far. 44 miles per hour is my max speed. And then on the display, it shows 49. So it's a little bit off, but obviously that can be fixed with the far driver settings. You can just calibrate it later on. We've only used 1 bar of battery so far after 6 miles. What does yours show?
Yep, 1 bar gone. What's the amps on these batteries? I forget, 20?
So it's a 52 volt, 26 amp hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got a pretty decent capacity. There's definitely a lot more battery than what comes on the Yasma or the Tuttios.
Yeah.
A little bit more voltage too, that's why it's a little faster. And this is only $100 more than a Yasma IN10 or a Tuttio. $13.99. And you can even get another $100 off by using my discount code. No, don't use his. Use discount code PATOUTDOORS. Dude, this street is too perfect not to do a drag race right now.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking about it beforehand.
All right, since we don't have a horn, you're gonna have to say go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's do some exploring.
Right? I was just thinking that.
The stock suspension on the Heybike is not bad at all. Where the hell is Elmer? It's definitely got a lot more torque than I was expecting for a 52 volt system. Dude, you found the perfect spot.
Right?
Yo, we just found this perfect spot to test these things out. Oh. to slow down here. All right, doing a decline. Yeah, I gotta say, for a pit bike, this thing is not bad. Dude, I am kind of mad that we have not found this place before.
I think I see what you mean when you said last time to get some boots. Because I ripped through that big puddle of water and my feet are soaked.
I tell you to get boots for ankle protection and shin. So anytime that I'm on my gas dirt bike, I always have boots on. You found the perfect place.
I had no idea. I knew it was here, but I had no idea how extensive it was.
Now we're gonna have to come back here every weekend.
I'm down. Or we can go to Richmond.
Oh, yeah, you can visit my new place, which I'm probably gonna have in my next few videos. I just bought a house that has over 20 acres with private trails, so we can do more of this pit bike and electric dirt bike testing.
Call it Pat Outdoor Land.
Something like that. We'll come up with a better name.
I'm at 3 bars still.
You're at 3 bars. I'm also at 3 bars. You wanna go for another loop? Oh man, I am soaked. Oh dude, I'm down to 2 bars as well.
Head back.
Yeah, probably.
Race it to the light. Possible. No! I'm gonna run this red light just so I'll win. I technically won. Dude, this thing's pretty fun. Right.
I've been riding a lot of my larger bikes recently that I completely forgot how fun these smaller bikes are. But we're gonna have to take these back out to my property.
Oh, I'm so down.
Was that the most dirt riding you've done so far?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, something else that I noticed is we have like 40% battery, but I don't feel that much voltage sag. And we're also cruising at 46.7 miles per hour on the display there, so obviously about 42 miles per hour. So it seems like the Villain lets you maintain a pretty high speed even at lower battery levels. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do a full-blown range test today, but just to give you guys an idea, we've done 15 miles so far on today's ride, and it is showing 2 bars still. Let's hop over to voltage. It is showing 48.7 volts. So that's about 40% battery on this charge. So realistically, you can probably get between 25 to 30 miles per charge with my type of riding. All right, we're gonna start heading back since I actually gotta head out of town today. So I gotta get home ASAP and start packing. But if you guys wanna get more information on the new Heybike Villain, I'll leave a link to their listing in the description below. You can also get yourself $100 off this bike by using discount code PATOUTDOORS. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you like this kind of content, want to keep up with some of my projects and reviews, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn your bell notification on. But this is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching.